so now that our strip footings are poured all the way around, it's up to the cut and fill. So you'll see me bringing some fill into this low side here, just to pack it up a little bit. And on the high side up near the garage, probably cut a little bit out of that. I've got some little markers here set up for my height. So all I need to do is bring the fill in and set up to those markers all the way around. Day out here, things are looking a little bit ramshackled. You can see the gazebo behind me's got no roof. We've had so much rain we left it out one night and water pooled and it ripped. So got things drying up everywhere, all the cushions of the couches are all wet. The joys of living on the land while you build. I'm sure there could be worse things, but yeah, some days are a little bit uncomfortable. Other days are sunshine and rainbows. Alright, so you can see we're getting our fill in here at the moment. I've got that to the right level and now we're coming through and pulling through these internal beams. These basically go through to stabilise the slab. Because it's a raft slab or like a floating slab, it's got a thickened edge all the way around and it's got these internal beams which then just stiffen it up. So it's hard to have the machine on here to dig these out. It crumbles a little bit, so it's a little bit of playing around, but you'll see in a minute how I scratch all these out and then continue on for the next couple of pads. Once we do that, put a bit of sand on top, plastic, bring the mesh in, box up the edges, and we should be ready to pour our slab. Alright, so now that I've got this basic fill in and compacted, I've left it about 50 mil short. So what I'm going to do after I cut the footings in is sprinkle the sand over the top and put in a base layer of about 50 mil. When it's Saturday and my turn to look after the girls, this is what you get. Little lady on the excavator. Watching YouTube on my phone. That's a good way to sit on my lap. But the kids are going to love this build. It's something they'll remember for ages, I think. So all our internal footings are dug for those stiffening beams. We've got our fill in place. Now we're just getting some sand on top. We're going to level that out, compact it down, and then we're basically going to be ready to lay our plastic, our moisture barrier, and then put our reinforcement over it. Okay, so that's our first pad down. We've got that 50 mil layer of sand across the top. Now I've had a few people ask me why we actually put that in. Now the reason is the clay that we've got, the soil that we've got on site here is a clay which is quite reactive, so it swells in the rain and shrinks in the heat. So the way they've designed this slab, it's like called a raft slab, or almost like a floating slab with those stiffening beams in between, and it just forms one solid slab. And the reason the sand goes in is just that there's a bit of a breaker bond between the fill below and then the slab underneath. You compact that down, and if there's any movement, the sand just sort of takes it up in between. You also have a vapor barrier of plastic that goes over the top of that in order to stop any of that moisture coming through from the soil. I'm not an engineer, but that's the basic sort of premise behind it anyway. Alright, well, keep going now, and you'll see in the rest of this footage, basically go through and get the rest of that sand over all the rest of those fill pads. Once that's done, plastic, Rio, and continue on. Corners all leveled up, all I need to do is take the screed between all 4 corner points and level out the sand in between, and that makes the base of my pad. Do that basically across the 40 or 50 odd pads that we've got here, and then we're ready for some plastic. Guys, that's our excavation completed. Hope you enjoyed watching the videos. Now you got to see some of our reinforcement going down as well during that episode. Unfortunately, I didn't get to film a lot of it just because we had a lot of wet weather, so I was sort of constantly taking the camera in and out of the caravan to keep it dry. So you'll see some more of that coming up during sort of the formwork episode, which is up next. But if you do have any questions about the installation process, what we use, I'll do my best to answer the questions. If you guys have got some, just comment below, and yeah, I'll see if I can help you out. Again, thanks for watching, guys, and I will catch you in the next episode. Don't forget to subscribe if you are new, like, comment and share, and hit that notification button so you stay up to date with all the episodes. Thanks, guys, catch you next time. Cheers.